Hey YouTube, petey twofinger here. It's the 1 year anniversary from when we lost Augustus, who was my black cat. I made it 2 weeks, and I was really upset. I was crying all the time, and just had like a lump in my throat. It sucked. And then we adopted GEETAH, our new cat. So GEETAH has a collection of monkey stuffed animals that we get from Goodwill. They're 25 cents, and these have Velcro. They have Velcro on the hands and feet. So he likes these. Boxes are good for cats. You've got to feed them, you should groom them, you should hold them. Even if they don't want to be held, you should try to have a little bit of buddy time with them every day. But you'll even find that even doing all of that proper care, there's one thing, and that's playing, because these animals are meant to be hunting. They're supposed to constantly be stalking and hunting, and that's their drive, that's their survival mechanism. So if we take them in from the wild and we give them a home or we feed them, that they still have that in them, and that's why they cry. At the end of the night, when you're trying to watch TV and the cat starts crying, you can't figure out why. That's because you need to play with it. So I'm gonna talk about that. If it gets really bad, the last resort is catnip. Now we got this from Aldi, and it was cheap. I don't like to spend a real lot. So yeah, that one there, I don't know how much we paid for it. This is a bag of generic catnip from, it's the same smell. This is from eBay, China Direct, which I recommend, highly recommend. I mean, that amount, that's a lifetime supply. It was less than $2. I think it was $1.39 for that massive amount of catnip. And you can make your own catnip toys. You can take an old sock and use that fabric and put the catnip inside of there and tie it off and then stitch it, sew it. Gusti's favorite toy was a piece of multicolored, like a tie-dye shirt that I wrapped some foam in it, threw a little catnip in there, wrapped the foam around it, wrapped the shirt around the foam and the catnip, and then tied it off like a piece of candy. That was his favorite toy. Now his other toy is Mr. Squirmels. These are these little toys that they love to. They love these. If you go to the dollar store, they've got some lawn toys. You could tie a string or a fishing line onto this, and that's really what I'm here to talk about today. Is this toy that I made. I keep it in. I wrap it up. And this is an old antenna from a boombox radio or a TV, and I cut that off and I used some tape here so I won't cut myself because it's sharp, and then it has the knob end there. So then there's the string and the Mr. Squirmels, which used to have some eyes. You can see this one is seen better days. That's a big word. So this type of thing, you can whip it over there, and then he'll get it, and then you pull it away, and then whip it again. And I mean, you don't want to use a weight on here. If you are going to use a weight, use something small, and obviously don't be cruel. Be careful. And another great thing is this is a laser pointer that runs on a AA battery, and these you can get these on eBay. I got mine from a place called Fast Tech. Are you?
Yeah, I'm not shooting it at you. I'm shooting it at the wall.
I got mine from a company called Fast Tech. They have vape stuff. Is why I found out about them. But they also have flashlights, laser pointers, all kinds of fun stuff. They've got cat toys too. So yeah, these are great because a lot of the smaller laser pointers that you see, the dollar store ones, that's a great place to get them. But you can't. They're small, and they have these goofy little batteries. These are they run on a AAA, which isn't too bad. There's 2 AAA batteries in here, and I can get those at the dollar store. So rather than constantly buying little tiny laser pointers, I got the big one. And now these are dangerous. If you shoot them at something white, don't necessarily look at that, or wear sunglasses and try. Just avoid shooting it directly at your pet's face. Donna, is this a record for boom bang noises tonight? Hey, seriously though, would you mind making me something? I mean, you could just give me a can. I don't care. So yeah, these Squirmel toys. That's what I'm here to talk about. You can get 2 for 99 cents, or there's a 6-pack for $1.99, and that's what I just got. I'm missing the green one. Yeah, here's the green one. So they come with their own set of string. This one, like I said, this is about a year old, and this is real good for sitting down and playing. The length of the string is about just right. It's this long, as you can see. It's from my head to my belt, about that long. You really don't want to make them a lot longer than that. I made one tonight on another video that ended up being too long, so I'm editing that down. But I made it on camera, and I'm going to show you that one that I made tonight. It's partially from a Dollar Tree fishing set for little kids. It's this fishing pole. And then, initially when you buy it, it has this white string, and then there's a yellow plastic hook at the end, and it comes with a little octopus, a couple plastic fishies, different colored. You put those fishies down, and the kid hooks them, and it actually does the reel works. Not very well, but the reel works. So this is going to be the one. This is the new one that I'm going to use with him at the end of the night when he's doing that, and I can't figure out why. It's because they need to hunt. They need to do that play, and you can see they come with little eyes. The Squirmel that's going to get them going. It's going to feed that urge to hunt. That Squirmel is a prey. They see it as a prey. They want to prey upon it. They want to GEETAH it. And they do GEETAH them. You'll have to pick up little pieces of purple or orange, whatever color thread. But he'll when he gets in one of his moods, he'll pick these things up on his own and throw them up in the air and then catch them back in his mouth. They're like hacky bite, hacky sack, but attacking it. Hacky attack. So yeah, the Squirmel toys are great. He has his monkey collection. Goodwill 25-cent monkeys that he doesn't really care so much about. It's good to have like boxes for them. Like if you go to Aldi, get the biggest box you can. Maybe keep collecting those. Make a kitty condo. Like if you have a big box for a TV, keep stacking them up and cutting holes in them so they can climb into higher levels. Stuff like that. They love stuff like that. We found some 3/4-inch plywood box. That it's about the size of a Weber grill, if you could picture that, and it's got carpet in it and holes that are cut. They're like 10-inch holes. They're perfect, cut on 3 sides. And that's another thing when you make a little fort for them, they like to have more than one entrance or exit. They don't want to be just one way in because they might not so much dig that. But when we got him, he was smaller and he fit in. What was that box that he had? It's still here, right? His favorite box. He's got this box. It's like that long and about that high.
And it's here. I can't get it.
I cut a dome on both ends of it, and he, to this day, he'll go in there. He's kind of big for it, but he still loves his box. So that's really all you really need to keep your pet happy. If your pet's freaking out and it's crying, and you've never played with it like that, you've never played that like hunt, like stalk where you draw something and repeatedly do it. See, the downside of it is when you start doing that, you're going to have to continue doing that for 20 minutes. They want to do it. They don't want to stop. So you need to be ready to invest between 15, 20, 25 minutes. And then when the tongue is out and they can't stop, that's not good. They're getting a little too worked up because they're not supposed to overeat. Their tongue's not supposed to be hanging out of their mouth. It's not a dog. It's not a big dumb Saint Bernard. So you gotta watch for that. And then a good way to get them down is the treats. If you have like Temptations, I've got this little box that holds them. This is like these are great. Keeping it in something that makes noise, and then when you don't know where they are and they're hiding, you go and shake it, and they'll come running in. GEETAH! Get his treats. There he is. He was eating. Come on up and get these treats. Treats. So yeah, I have to put him on the ground for him. Sometimes he'll come up on the sofa. I put him on the sofa first. I try to make him get up and earn it, or throw it to like that type of hunt the prey rather than it's just here it is for you. And they have like Snacky Mouse. It's expensive. Snacky Mouse is like $12 or something. It's a little plastic mouse in it. They knock it around and then the treats fall out of a little oval hole that's caught in the back of Snacky Mouse. And they have these different toys. It's like a plastic ball, and they put these strings that are supposedly treats. Neither one of my cats ever went for that stuff. You've got to manually play with them. So if you've got a cat and it's crying and you've never done that, or it's been a while since you've done that with them, start doing that. If you can handle it, do it every day, and you'll win them over because they like that. If you're a dude and you've got an old lady and the cat doesn't like you, that's probably because your old lady's emptying its poopy box. Your old lady is cutting its nails. Your old lady is feeding it. So those animals are smart. They don't just take that stuff for granted. They know this person is taking care of me. So they'll bond with that person. So the other person, then you could become the treat man, give them the treats and do the playtime, and do that type of stuff. And believe me, if she's not around and he does a number two, you need to take care of that. And then pat him and tell him he's a good boy. He'll cry. He'll let you know, hey, there's an issue here. But do that little stuff for him. It really does. They're not as dumb as we would think they are. They just can't talk. They're really smart. Some of them are. I've seen some dumb cats in my day, but right, GEETAH? This is a goofy boy. Alright, you guys, let me know your ideas for cat toys and the thing, if you have any idea like that. I would love to know because I love these animals. I really do. They're a trip. And it's not like having a cat that you have a bond with. It's a special thing. So if you've never been through that experience, you don't know. You think people are crazy cat lady. Oh, there's a reason. Crazy cat lady has so many cats. Yeah, maybe that's not healthy, but there really is something to it. And that's nothing to say against people who like reptiles or people who like dogs. If you want to have an inanimate, dumb poop machine in your house that consumes and just produces feces, and that's about the extent of it, that's good. Maybe that's your speed. Maybe that's the level that you're on. But I like cats. They're awesome. There's a lot more to it than just cleaning up after the thing. And when you start being able to figure out exactly what they need and taking care of them, heading that off, then you won't have any issues. you won't have them tearing up the place or pissing on your pillow, because we don't want that. All right, you guys. Thank you very much.